I don't think anyone questions the legitimacy of the program you have with Egypt. What they do question is the $8,000 airfare for a first-class ticket apparently purchased on short notice. Could that have been avoided?
It could have been avoided, except I hadn't planned to go, and the Egyptians felt that it was important for me, A, to come and confer the degrees, since the president of the university is supposed to do that, but secondly, they wanted to really have a discussion about how we can make the program more expansive. The ticket was bought on short notice because I didn't decide to go until shortly thereafter. But it turns out that the 3 other people went with me, and the difference between that ticket I got and the tickets they got was about $200. I mean, it's not a big deal. I probably got the last seat on the plane, which is why I got that seat. We can plan better, but since I hadn't planned on going at all, this was a short notice thing. But I would point out that the funds for those tickets were all paid for out of Egyptian monies collected in the program. No U.S. dollars, no student dollars, no appropriated dollars at all have been ever used for that program.
And the reason there is some confusion that in a series of reports that aired on Channel 5 WTTG here, the reason that there's some confusion about that is because of apparent sloppy record keeping at the University of the District of Columbia. I have seen you in interviews talk about that, but you don't seem to take ownership of it. If there is, in fact, sloppy accounting taking place at the District of Columbia during your watch, who's responsible for that?
I'm ultimately responsible for everything that happens at the university, but I don't control everything that happens at the university. Sloppy record keeping has been maybe even a hallmark of the university for 30 years. We are aggressively trying to change that. We're putting in place...
You teach accounting there.
No, well,
I can't do the accounting. I don't control the accounting.
But you teach it there. They offer courses. So I got a small picture question and a big picture question. First, the small picture question. If indeed the accounting at the University of the District of Columbia in terms of travel expenses is broken, when can we expect it to be fixed?
We are fixing it right now. We're putting in place a banner system. I think the American University uses banner as well for all accounting, from everything from travel to student records to the registrar's office. And that will allow us to coordinate things much better. We've been working on this for 2 years. Since I got there, I said, we are going to change the system because what we have is antiquated at best. So we're putting that in place now, but we have to train people up.
Can you give us a time when we can expect the smoothly operating, efficient, transparent system to be in place?
I think that our accounting system will be implemented completely by October on the banner system.
October. We'll make a note of that. My big picture question is this. Yes, college presidents do a lot of traveling. A lot of that traveling is related to raising funds for the university. What can you show us that you have established in terms of fundraising for the University of the District of Columbia as a result of your travels?
What I have done personally is start raising the visibility of the university. When I got to the University of the District of Columbia, it was not one that was held in the highest repute. In order to raise funds, and we've raised some funds already. We've raised
How much?
a couple of $1 million over the past 2 years. But
as a result of your travel?
As a result of my travel, my interactions, and mostly talking about the university and making people realize that the university is here. We got a wonderful donation of $1.25 million.
Can your accounting office provide evidence of that?
It's in the foundation.
That you have raised. Okay.
It's in our UDC foundation, has accounts on all of these things. But what is important is the university president, I don't have to tell you this, you know this. The university president has got to build an image of the institution. Everybody wants the president to talk about the institution. The president's on point. Marketing in some major way, and in some significant ways recruiting. What we did, for example, when we separated off the community college, people thought that was a risky move. Spectacular success. When I put in admission standards and doubled the tuition at the university so we can actually begin to provide students with the services they really deserved, people thought that was a really risky move. Spectacular success. It was through marketing that people understood this is what we're doing. We're becoming the service university for the District of Columbia. Nobody would have heard of it otherwise. If I had not